Senator Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee joins us now. Senator, always great to have you on the program. Thanks for making the time.
It's always good to be with you. Thanks so much.
So tell us, if you would, Senator, what should we expect from this impeachment of Alejandro Mayorkas, the Homeland Security Secretary? What is going to happen? It's going to the Senate. What's the point? What do you want to occur here?
We should be continuing with an impeachment trial, and he should be removed from office. When you look at the number of Americans that have lost their lives to fentanyl poisoning, the human trafficking, the sex trafficking, the gangs, the crime in our communities, people that have never had gangs are having gangs, and he should be impeached because his job is to secure the homeland. And we have a Secretary of Homeland Security that does not believe in securing the homeland. And Wednesday afternoon at 5 is when we anticipate the articles will come over. We will each be sworn in as a court of impeachment. And that is all constitutionally mandated. And it's also mandated that we have a trial. Now, Chuck Schumer is trying to be what I think is too cute by half. And he wants to table the articles of impeachment and not have a trial. And that has never been done, ever, in our nation's history. And Chuck Schumer does not want the American people to know the truth about what is happening at that border. They do not want people to know that Mayorkas has been implementing Joe Biden's policy, which is an open border. So we'll see what ends up happening with this.
Marsha Blackburn with us now, Senator from my home state of Tennessee. You're doing a fantastic job. I've already said I'm voting for you. You're up for re-election. You probably won't say it yet. You're going to win by more than 20 points. It's not going to be close. I'm excited to live here. But you've been in the Senate for a while. There are a lot of big-time toss-up states, foremost among them certainly Ohio, Montana, but you can go Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Nevada, Arizona. There are so many different states out there where there are big Senate elections. Regardless of what happens in the presidential election, I know you're supporting Trump, as we are. How important is it for you and for Republicans to be in the majority in the Senate? How much difference would that make in your day-to-day life?
It makes a difference in what the agenda is. And Clay, if you look at this issue around the impeachment, could you imagine what people would have done if we had tabled articles of impeachment when it came over on President Trump? No, we did what we were supposed to do. We held the trial. He was not guilty. And so we then concluded it took the vote, but we fulfill that duty. Now, if you look at the judiciary and the federal bench, Joe Biden is putting people on the federal bench who have never even been a judge, not a state judge, county judge, city judge, never judged the county fair. They've never had any judicial experience. The American people deserve better than that. They don't want activists who are going to try to legislate from the bench. When you look at the spending and how out of control federal spending is, two big pieces of legislation that Biden passed, $3 trillion in spending, and the fact that he has spent more than $9 trillion in the last 3 years. You look at that open border. The border is the number one issue in this election cycle because people see the devastation from the open border every single day in their communities. It has an impact on their lives. And I hear so much about these issues. I hear about the issues where it seems our enemies don't know they're our enemies. They don't fear us. Our friends don't know that they're our friends. And you look at all the unrest on the global stage and the fact that the axis of evil, Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea, are working overtime because Joe Biden is weak. He is feckless. They know that he is not going to come after them. So they feel like they have some running room.
Senator Marsha Blackburn with us. Senator, you were just at Eagle Pass. We're talking about the border a
Yeah.
moment ago. What did you see with your own eyes that you wanted to share with this audience all across the country?
Yes, indeed. And Texas DPS and Brandon Judd from the Border Patrol invited me to come back down. I was down a year ago, and that's when Eagle Pass had people coming through every day by the thousands. And because they put buoys in the river and containers on the embankment, razor wire and fencing behind those containers, National Guard that is down there patrolling that border, they have been able to reduce their border crossings down to about 12 a day. And I have legislation, the Container Act, that gives the authority to local and state governments to protect their property and erect those temporary barriers. That's a good thing. It keeps individuals from coming onto U.S. soil. And we need to know who's coming into this country. The fact that 170 different countries had people that came to that border last year and illegally entered this country shows you that we need to really make certain that our border is secure. And Texas is spending billions of dollars to secure their border from one end of the state to the other. And we have about 6 states, National Guard's troops. Tennessee's one of those states. They're down there at that border. And we know that with the billions Texas is spending, the counties in those border communities they're spending millions, and ranchers and farmers down there are spending tens of thousands of dollars in order to secure their land, their crops, their cattle, and be able to continue to live and ranch and farm on the property that they own.
We're talking to Senator Marsha Blackburn of the great state of Tennessee, my home state. Senator, I'm sure you saw Dawn Staley at South Carolina came out over the weekend and said that men who identify as women should be able to play women's basketball, in her opinion, in the Southeastern Conference. University of Tennessee obviously is in the SEC. Can you believe that we've reached a place where women's coaches are advocating for men who identify as women to be able to compete in women's athletics?
I was shocked when I heard her say that. I was watching that interview and I was really surprised when she said that. She should be championing the talented women who are on that national championship team. And they have dedicated themselves, they deserved to win. Now, if they had been playing UConn or Purdue, it could have been something completely different. And she probably would not have been quite as happy. So I think it's important that women compete against women, that they have the opportunity to show how talented that they are, to have those college scholarships, to play on those teams, to learn how to develop that ability to work together as a team. And I would not want to take that away from any of those women.
No doubt, Senator. Keep up the good work.
You got it.
I know the campaign season is underway. I'll see you soon.
You got it. Take care.
That is Senator Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee, up for re-election in November, a little bit less than 7 months from today. I think she's going to win comfortably, as well she should. Let's go ahead and dive into this, Buck. She mentioned that South Carolina's women won the title. They did last night. Congratulations to UConn fans, including producer Greg, who I should mention is out now for a second day in a row because he wanted to be able to experience the eclipse. I can't believe this is real. But you can get hooked up as we roll into NHL playoff season, as we roll into the NBA playoffs, and as we get ready for a Major League Baseball game every night. I don't know about your household, but in the Travis household, we got Major League Baseball on every night. The Mets playing against the Braves. My boys are big Braves fans. Watched last night. you can put your picks in with Prize Picks. You can get hooked up right now, $100. If you put in $100, you get back $100. You're competing against them. Pick your favorite players. I'll give you a pick. Unfortunately, we did not win last night on our 10x payout option, but I'm going to give you a Major League Baseball pick going into the weekend. Excited to do so. Fun to play if you like the NBA, if you like the NHL, if you like Major League Baseball. Heck, college baseball. How about the Masters is coming up this weekend? A lot of you out there, I bet, really excited. For many people, that's the start of spring. You can put picks in on the Masters as well. All you have to do, go to prizepicks.com/Clay. You can play right now in California, in Texas, in Georgia, in Alabama. If you're feeling left out, go to prizepicks.com. Use my name, Clay. Get up to $100 just for signing up. That's prizepicks.com. My name, Clay, CLAY.